So it's all the way to Season 5 of Overwatch, and I see a lot of people getting stuck in Overwatch competitive. A lot of people want to go up in the ranks, but many are just kind of stuck where they are. It could be silver, gold, bronze, diamond. A lot of people want to get to masters and they just happen to not be able to get up there. And there's quite a few reasons for this. But today I want to tell you guys a few ways that maybe you can start climbing again. A few ways that you can start going up again. And a few ways, maybe if you're kind of bored and competitive, you can start liking it again. Now, of course, there is the problem with trolls and throwers and leavers or whatever, which I do really hate. But a lot of people are just kind of bored of the game because they can't happen to climb even without those things. But today, I'm going to try to help you guys the best you possibly can to help yourself out and help yourself climb a little bit. Now, the first thing I'm going to say, which is a little bit weird, is to stop focusing on trying to climb so much. Right now, since you've been playing the game for like 5 seasons, you're probably just in your mind thinking, I gotta climb this season. I gotta, just spam a ton of hours, put in a ton of time, climb my way up. There we go, I'm gonna climb. You look at your rank every single day, you pay so much attention to it, you think it's the #1 most important thing, and there you go. And I guess that could be a good thing to, pay so much focus into that. However, a big problem comes when you don't play to improve yourself and you just play to climb. If you're playing to climb, you're just hoping that, your max skill level is above where you are currently placed. However, if your max skill level is where you are currently placed, you're not going to climb no matter how much time you put in. If you're just autopiloting through all your games, trying to climb up without really putting any effort or any thought into it, of course you're not going to be going up. So what can you do instead after all these seasons? Well, I'm going to say start playing your favorite heroes and try to get better at them. Maybe they aren't meta heroes, maybe they aren't, whatever hero. It could be whatever hero you really want to, but start actually playing just your favorite heroes and start to play to get better instead of to climb. Personally, I've been playing a lot of Doomfist and a lot of Reaper. I got to Masters on Reaper, so that's pretty good, but Doomfist, I'm not so great right now. I've already fallen down quite a bit of SR, but even with that said, I'm trying to learn him, I'm trying to improve as him, and for the long term, I'm going to eventually climb up to where I was, and even further beyond. You really have to kind of think about the very long term in mind. The game's been out for 5 seasons already, so if you can't happen to get it, so far, you should just think that if I'm probably going to be playing this game for a few more seasons anyways, why not just take the long term, play my favorite heroes, and focus mainly on your mistakes and what you're doing wrong. Focus on how to improve those mainly, and don't beat yourself up too much, but do see what you're just, happening to fail at again and again and again. Don't just autopilot games. Think about what you're doing and think about why you're doing it. And I'd say probably another thing to do is to look at the best players, look at what they're doing, and especially if they tell you what they're thinking, that's the best thing. But even without that, just kind of look about what they're doing, think about what you think they're probably thinking, and try to emulate that the best you can. That really does help you. Now, the second thing that, if you've been stuck for quite a while, that can help you is to simply not play meta heroes all the time and not keep swapping around between all the meta heroes. I know a lot of players do this, they switch whatever heroes they want to play from season to season to season, from tank comp to dive comp to whatever comp, and they keep playing the meta heroes, they keep playing the great heroes. And a lot of the times the problem with this comes that, you get pretty good at that meta and then it swaps to a new meta. So, you change your character, you start over from the beginning, and then you get pretty good at that, but then it swaps to new meta again and again and again. And essentially what this leads to is the fact that you just keep getting, to whatever rank you're at right now, let's say diamond, you keep getting up to the diamond level with that new meta, just like everyone else does, but then you fall back down to like a platinum level, let's say, and then you climb up back to that, and then you fall down, and you climb up back to that every single season, every single different meta change. And what that does is it really makes you just stuck. You can't go up, you're not really amazing at any of these characters, but you're good enough to stay where you're at. And that's really annoying. If you want to stay where you're at, that's fine, but if you want to climb, that's not the best. So what I'd say instead is to play who you want to play instead of just playing the meta characters, and try to get good, try to get great at them, I should say. Then this could be Anna, this could be Lucio, this could be Mercy, then maybe this could be McCree, this could be Soldier, this could be really any character you want in the entire game, even Roadhog, even though he's not that great right now. Any character you want to, play them and get great at them. Bring them from season to season to season. Again, with me and Reaper, I played Reaper before he was any good, and then I could bring him into a season where he was really good. And that's amazing for you, because you're already at a diamond level at Reaper when he's bad, but maybe once he gets buffed, you're automatically shifted up to a Masters level, and you can just go up from there. I'd say mainly just putting effort into one character if you've been stuck for so long, or mainly probably 2 or 3. Let's say my example, I play Reaper, Zenyatta, and let's say I play Mercy a lot. If I play all 3 of those characters, and actually think about them, play every single game as I'm trying to the best I can, trying to improve, and not autopiloting, and sticking with them for meta upon meta upon meta, no matter how good or bad they are, that'll help you a lot. You really can't be any character, but I just say, you know, maybe have one character that you switch into for your meta pick, but have at least 1 or 2 other characters that you keep playing every single season, no matter if they're good or if they're bad, and that'll help you out quite a bit as far as the long term. And the final thing that's really the only important thing that's going to help you is to finally start to set aside amount of time and use it for Overwatch. Now, I know some people say no life, whatever. A lot of the times you probably have a time every single day that you're just doing nothing. You're watching Netflix, you're doing whatever. Maybe you just always spend that time playing quick play. I'd say put maybe 30 minutes to an hour at least every single day, or at least, you know, whenever you have the possibility to do it, whenever you can, to put that time aside and practice aiming. Play comp with 1 or 2 heroes and see how much consistent effort will actually improve you. Now, of course, I'm always going to say that, you know, maybe one day spamming 10 hours is going to improve you very fast, but a lot of the times you're going to lose that skill by just not practicing your hero. But if you keep it up every day, bounce, 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 7 days a week, maybe even just 5 at least, I feel like you're going to be improving a lot. Mainly just want to keep the skill that you've already been gaining from the past, and keep the skill that you gained from those huge sessions of Overwatch, and then bring them into the next session, and the next session, and the next session. Overall, consistent, hard effort is going to help you get up there, and maybe if you don't want to put in that effort, you don't have to. I'm not saying that. It's all up to you. But if you feel like you've been stuck and you can't get up, hard effort, and mainly just doing it consistently every single day, or maybe every other day or something like that for an hour or 2, that will help you the most. Playing the game obviously is a pretty obvious one, but mainly focusing on 1 hero or 2 heroes on competitive mode, trying your best, that's what you have to do, and that's what you just kind of have to get into as far as the cycle goes, and that definitely will help you. But anyways, as always guys, thank you all for watching. These have, as always, been my own personal opinions and how I personally climbed in the past and right now. So, if you agree with them, make sure to leave a like, and if you disagree, make sure to leave a dislike, and tell me what you feel like you can do differently to improve yourself. If you've improved yourself quite a bit this season, if you've actually climbed quite a bit, make sure to tell me down in the comment section down below, as I do like to hear as many of those stories as I can, as I feel like they're really nice to hear, and if I've ever helped you in the past, tell me as well. Anyways, as always guys, thank you all for watching, and have a wonderful day.